Hey, it's Alex here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about what does Zillow know about the real estate market that we don't. And if you're interested in information just like this on what's happening across Orange County and the real estate market in general, even local community videos, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell. Now, it was announced on October 18th that Zillow would pause its iBuyer program, meaning that they would no longer be buying homes for the rest of the year. One thing that you should know is that in 2018, Zillow made a bold announcement that they were going to go into the home flipping business. This was going to be part of their long-term strategy to buy thousands of homes every single month. Now, it was just announced, and this is in November, and November 2nd actually, that Zillow would actually put a halt on buying any new homes, then basically trying to flip them. So what do you need to know as a consumer? Well, was it a good business practice? Well, people flip homes every single day. But does Zillow know something that we don't about what's about to happen in the real estate market? It's a good question, right? Well, I don't think so. The reason is this: home flipping is done by regional investors that have taken the time to really break down the true valuation of a home after investing money into it. Now, don't get me wrong, Zillow has all of the data. They are the #1 home search portal across the internet, across the US. And they have all the information on how many buyers are interested in a home, how many days a home sits on the market, how many price reductions, what's going on with the schools in that area. And they even know how many people have saved the home in the way of being a potential interested buyer before they actually go ahead and buy that property. Now, what is an iBuyer? I think I need to qualify that a little bit. An iBuyer is basically a company, an institution. Sometimes people refer to like that's buying it off the internet. But the I think is just a fun play off of like iPhone or something like that. That's actually what it is. So Zillow was purchasing homes. And these homes they purchased, they use data and algorithms to try to figure out what the valuation. But an iBuyer is not a traditional buyer like you or I. They're actually an institution that's focused on buying the property for profit. So Zillow purchased thousands and thousands of homes across the US. And one thing that they recognized, which was actually a little bit disturbing, is that they only converted about 10% of the people that they mailed these opportunities to. And instead of doing a thorough analysis on exactly what the valuation of the home would be in the future, they went ahead and just had a property inspection on these properties, and they bought these homes. So the reason that is so important is that they didn't do enough research to really figure it out. And actually, a large percentage of these homes are selling for less than Zillow actually purchased them for. And that's a dramatic issue. Because if you've ever invested in something like the stock market, the adage is this: you need to go ahead and buy low and sell high. It's the most basic of any financial model. But what happened is, I don't think there's an issue with buying and flipping homes. Really, the issue is this. I will tell you from personal experience on trying to help a client purchase these homes that realistically, the listing agents that typically have these listings are very, very busy. And maybe they're quite overwhelmed. So when we went ahead and set up a showing, there was multiple times where we actually were scheduled to go see the property, and then the keypad that was supposed to be on the front door either wasn't working or wasn't there at all. And then we actually called Zillow, and one time we jumped in the back over the fence, and there was actually an additional set of keys that we were using to get into the property. Now, if it's that much work to get into the property sometimes, because most of these are vacant homes, Do you think that real estate agents are going to want to continue to focus on these homes and get into them? It's actually no. And if we had submitted an offer on the property, we would get acknowledgement when our offer is submitted, but it's really a people business because typically a listing agent wants to get the highest price they can, and their whole focus is to drive that price up. But with the amount of workload that maybe some of these listing agents had, they actually had no ability to go ahead and get back to us and provide any guidance on how to strengthen our offer or create an opportunity for the buyer to get in a position. So it actually removes the people part of this business. So you're basically just working with something off the internet. And when that happens, the reality is that your client doesn't get the property. And ultimately, you stop focusing on trying to get your clients into opportunities that are Zillow owned. And Zillow is not the only one. Also, there's Redfin Ventures, and also there's Open Door. All of these are internet companies and institutional buyers that are purchasing homes on behalf of an institution or a company. So in this market and in this day and age, what we realize is that if we do not have a personal touch, then the experience is not good for the agents. And agents, by and large, that are not very productive may not even want to invest the time to try to secure one of these properties. So what I'm saying is that it's not that the market, and it's not like flipping homes is an issue. It's that the process and the execution of it was very difficult. In addition, I know that Zillow definitely had a lot of supply chain issues. We're at all-time highs with respect to, the cost of materials to go ahead and do remodeling. Contractors are extremely busy with the low interest rates doing remodeling. So flipping a home is not as easy as it was before. So they have issues with trying to secure the contractors, trying to secure the supplies to go ahead and do this work. So do we think that the market's off to a drop? No. But Zillow went ahead and set up a business model that just didn't make sense unless it was focused on a localized level. If you can look online, which you can right now, you can just look into Zillow-owned homes. You can look at some of the homes that they have available for sale. A lot of them have many days on the market. Many of them are lower priced than they when they initially bought these homes. But alarmingly, what you realize with these homes is that most of the time, they're not going to be homes that are really going to be a good focus for some home buyers, because have they actually remodeled it? Probably barely at all. But the biggest thing is this. When it comes to buying a home, it's a very localized thing. And the institutional buyers out there, they're going to continue to buy homes. But the thing is that when we look at the market, it's just so very local. And big companies like Zillow, Redfin, and Open Door all have a business model. But it's not really the business model that's at issue sometimes. It's really the execution of it. And if you're looking at Zillow-owned homes, the other thing I was going to mention is that if you look at it, Orange County isn't even listed as a city. So how you find the homes in Orange County, you actually will be clicking on the Los Angeles, California link. And anyone that really thinks about Orange County or lives here, even though Orange County is considered a suburb of Los Angeles and it's close to Los Angeles, it's its own area. So it's just not getting the focus that it really needs. So that's what we're actually seeing. So Zillow is no longer going to be buying homes. They're considering to close all the ones that are in the pipeline, and they're writing down losses for this program in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And their stock price is actually being punished aggressively for it. It was down 12% the other day. But next, I'm going to break down exactly some of these homes that we've seen where the prices have moved around a little bit, and basically where the differences between where Zillow purchased it, maybe did some remodeling, and even an example that we have firsthand for one of our clients on why they went ahead and chose an iBuyer with respect to the program. So if you're interested in research and data and what we're kind of seeing out there, feel free to go ahead and reach out to me. Definitely comment below, subscribe, and hit the bell. But happy to share anything I can. And we'll talk to you next time about Orange County. It's Alex here. Talk to you a little bit later on.